And I'm Mike.
This is Disney for Couples, a podcast for kid-free adults who love the Disney parks but do not want to hear about stroller parking or avoiding toddler tantrums.
Ew.
Because Disney World is no place for kids.
I want the red one.
Yep. Great.
Let's throw you out.
I'm over. I can hear the coughing now, which is also adults a lot of the time. The coughing. And
it's usually adults, actually.
I can tell when I'm over a Disney trip when I can't. That's not true. I can't take it from the very first day.
Yeah, when we walk into the park on the first day, I have to go, honey, this is going to be a long trip if you start now.
People are going to cough on you the whole time. Why bother complaining now?
So we're back.
We're back. And last time we talked all about strategies that we apply on our Walt Disney World trips. A lot of them we've done for a while. Some of them were new just from our last trip that we got back from. We just got back. It hasn't even been a month. It was about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
This is the slowest return phase I've ever had. Usually I'm like, oh my God, we've been back for 2 months. This is like, we were just there.
Yeah. I was thinking of that yesterday.
If we weren't unpacked, it would be reasonably acceptable.
I think we should just go.
I don't want to go.
You want to go?
We can't.
I know.
We are going less than 4 months.
And then we're going again. And then we're going again.
Yeah, and then we're going on a cruise.
The cruise was included in that.
I don't know who's paying for all this.
Your dad.
Our 40 listeners. Okay, so we cut the last episode short because we were kind of running out of time, but we wanted to go over some things that we did on this last trip that were new to us or that we newly experienced, or I'm going to say newly appreciated, and appreciated is in air quotes because I wouldn't go that far for Zootopia, better Zoogether in Animal Kingdom, but we did like it a tiny bit better than the first time.
Yeah, just because we were assured that our apartment wasn't being broken into while we were watching the show.
To be fair, that really wasn't the majority of why I didn't like it the first time. The show stinks, but it kind of stinks. But yeah, worrying about the inexplicable, what we were seeing on our footage, on our video camera at our front door that we could not figure out. And my dad had to go over in a rainstorm was definitely distracting.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this trip, for being a very casual trip that we just went on in the very tail end of April into May, for being as casual as it was. On the last episode, we talked about that. We talked about how we had these micro park experiences. We would go into a park and we would do 2 or 3 things in one area and then leave and then go to the next park. Mm-hmm. For it being so laid back, we did a lot of new stuff. Yeah, and many of the things we did, we've been saying for a few trips now, we have to do this thing. And this time we actually made the reservations. And with the exception of Space 220, which I still cannot get to, we still haven't gotten there. We did it all.
The only reason we didn't go to Space 220 this time was because we just literally didn't feel like it.
Is that why?
Yeah, it was a situation where we'd be forcing ourselves to go and have a drink. It was that kind of thing because I think I remember you saying I'm just not in the mood for a cocktail.
I think that was the night we were going to Cape May.
Okay,
and we were I don't want to cram stuff in. It might have been the very, very hot. Remember that Epcot day where the ice cream melted all over me? Oh, and we were so hot on my brand new shirt that I bought for the trip. That is now
permanently stained.
That's now my hangout nighttime shirt because it has a grease stain from the chocolate from the Mickey bar that fell off. Yeah, I stood there like a child with the melted ice cream bar.
It's a classic,
practically at my feet,
classic Disney moment
with the chunks of chocolate that had fallen off of it because it was so hot that they have no business selling Mickey bars when it's that hot. You can't eat it fast enough. There's no way.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start talking about the stuff that we did, and that we really liked, and then a couple of things that we did and only kind of liked.
Okay.
So tell everybody about Geo82. Tell them about what it is and tell them about our experience, which started off a little rocky, but ended up being great.
Yeah. I'll go pretty basic with it. Geo 82 is one of the newer bar lounges, I guess you would call it. It's at Epcot. It is located so it's at the Spaceship Earth attraction, but Spaceship Earth spills out into like a gamified area called Project Tomorrow, and Geo 82 is actually in Project Tomorrow. It's kind of like in the back.
It's a little hidden.
Yeah, which is I think it's kind of cool that you have
it's
to
actually
like
harder to find if you're inside than if you're outside.
Than if you're outside, because outside there's a sign that like points you toward it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's like this bar lounge that they built into the Spaceship Earth structure, and when you're actually like in the lounge looking out, you're looking out toward the World Showcase, basically. I don't know if you can see it from that area, but that's the direction you're looking toward.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got this the whole place has this really cool chic. Is that it?
Yeah, it's like sophisticated and modern and
yep.
It's just really sleek.
Yep. They specialize in like high-end cocktails and spirits, and they have
some high-end like tapas plates.
Yeah, yep. I was gonna say that. Yep. So for us, what was like off-putting about our experience?
There really wasn't anything off-putting. It just was a little rocky. So Geo 82 is expensive. It's expensive. It's adults only. It's like this elevated experience. It's beautiful looking. It's beautiful inside. It looks great if you're outside and you're looking at Spaceship Earth. If you're behind Spaceship Earth and you're looking toward the park exit, like that way, you can see the restaurant. There's a big viewing like window.
That's what I was talking about. I thought that looks out toward World Showcase.
Yeah, it faces World Showcase. And that looks great. It's like a high-end experience.
Right.
Getting in was a little odd. I don't know if it's that like they just haven't figured it out yet.
Worked out all the kinks.
Yeah, so you walk in, whether you're walking into the hallway for Geo 82 from the inside of Spaceship Earth building, the Spaceship Earth building, or from the outside. You start out in like a very narrow hallway, which is just big enough for somebody to stand pressed up against the wall and somebody else to walk through. It's like very narrow. And then you walk into the like host area, which has a desk and a couple elevators, and like that's basically it.
Yeah, I thought it was just one elevator.
It's okay, so like, maybe. So one elevator.
It might just be one.
It's small.
Yep.
And because usually it seems like they're not always ready to take you right up for your reservation, you're kind of just waiting there.
Yeah.
Or even waiting to check in. And like, so we walked in, the host was very, very nice, very nervous. He did not seem to like have a handle on his job yet.
Yeah, maybe he was like a new hire and he was alone.
Yeah, and there was a big group of women who were waiting to go up, and he was kind of like checking them in, but then trying to be polite to the people walking in. We ended up waiting for a little while. People behind us were waiting. And then like, I don't know, it was just a little odd. Like it wasn't very organized.
Yeah. And like
that guy like walked right up like past all of us and just like checked in.
Yep.
And then like we gave them, they do the thing there that they do at a lot of Disney eateries where you give them your phone number, and then when your table is ready, they like page you.
Yep.
I'm showing my age. They text you. They did that, but like we walked out and we got texted like immediately. So it just felt like a little disorganized.
Yeah.
Not a big deal at all.
No.
But like I noticed it because it feels like it's a place that should be like very seamless.
And let's say we were there with like Ed and Patty, that would have been a far more frustrating experience.
Maybe. Yeah, well, just with more people.
Literally, yeah, because you add another two adults to that confined space. And
yeah, there were definitely, I mean, we weren't annoyed. There were definitely some people who seemed a little bit annoyed with whatever their experience was. So
I'm always kind of annoyed.
Again, yeah, like that stuff doesn't bother me, but like, I mean, especially not at Disney. Like the guy was so nice. I just thought like, oh, this isn't ironed out yet. And it should be, because it's the kind of place where you expect it to be.
That's where the money is.
Ironed out.
Yeah.
The other thing that was weird was so that's where you start out, where we just described, but then you go upstairs and the restaurant is upstairs and it's beautiful. But you like go to another host stand. They're very, very nice and they all greet you. And then you get like walked into the restaurant and sat by one of the cast members. And the girl who we were following, they obviously have to do some kind of like a speech about explaining to
breaking you into the
I
atmosphere.
Couldn't tell you what it is about. I don't know if it was really about the real restaurant or if it was like storytelling like Disney does in a lot of places.
Yeah, spoiler alert. She did a horrible job.
The reason I couldn't tell you is because we couldn't hear her. She was walking ahead of us, talking very, very fast, facing away from us. And we were right next to her, but it just didn't matter. I wish somebody would tell her, like, you're rattling this off and like nobody can hear you. It's right. You're whatever experience we're supposed to get as the consumers, we're not getting, right. And you're wasting your time, like,
wasting your breath.
Yeah,
literally.
You could just seat us at the table.
Yeah.
So, but that aside, we loved it.
Yeah.
I really loved it. I think part of that is because I liked my drink. You didn't like your drink?
No.
We had a great seat.
Yep,
that's where our friends Kara and Paul sat too. She told me when I told her where we sat. So
we were right at the bar.
There's a big long bar and then there's a bunch of tables. And we sat at the bar, but there's a little seat at the bar that's low.
Yep.
Almost like a sushi bar. And it's low and it's just for two.
It's for when Mickey and Minnie want to go have a drink.
That I think they said like this is like the best seat. Like people want this seat. So maybe they just tell that. Maybe they tell that to everybody, or maybe I misunderstood her because I was a girl I couldn't understand.
Perhaps.
It was a great seat because you got to see like the workings behind the bar, and the bartenders everybody's as friendly as you would expect them to be in Disney World.
Oh yeah.
Everything is beautiful. The bar is beautiful. The cutlery, like everything is cool and unique and great.
Yep. Even the bathroom was really nice.
Bathrooms are beautiful.
Yep. They do the thing with the moist towelettes when you walk in, come up,
not to the bathroom.
Stairs.
When you walk into the restaurant.
Right. When you come up the stairs or you get out of the elevator, they have those like little. They're just what are they? Washcloths.
Yeah, just to like dry your. I guess you could dry your face if you want to. Wet your face if you wanted to, but you for your hands. You didn't like your drink. You ordered right off the menu.
Yeah.
You just like wasn't your thing.
Yeah. I think I ordered. I don't even remember. It wasn't what I intended to order. I was gonna get the like house whiskey or something like that, and I got something else, and it was like a main, like you said, like a main item on the menu. Yeah.
So one of the things that. And that has nothing. You not liking your drink has nothing to do with the drink. It might just not have been
my style.
You get like you're a little bit more specific with what you like. If you don't know what certain liquors taste like, you might not really know how to understand the menu. So what I ended up doing, because I didn't want to, the drinks are pricey. I didn't want to just pick something that like I didn't really understand what it was going to taste like. So I actually asked the girl who was our server was also one of the bartenders. So I just told her what I like. I said like, I'm not really sure what to order, but I like smoky liquor. I like smoky cocktails, which is a little bit difficult to find. And I said, and I like spicy. And she said, do you like them together? And I said, probably. So she asked me some questions about what I do like and what I don't like. And then she just made me something that was like one of the best cocktails I've ever had. I was raving about it to her. And she had said like, we don't put this on the menu because they do a thing where they put like a smoked bell jar or something like over the drink. And she said, we can't put it on the menu because we couldn't possibly like make it for as many people might order it. She said, but sometimes like I'm able to make it back here. So it was great. It cost like the same as all the other cocktails. I was happy that they didn't do any kind of like an upcharge because I asked for something a little special. It really was wonderful. She was great. And we ordered the like mushroom flatbread to share.
That was
and
really
it was
good.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Yep. highly suggest it. I would love to go back. Like that would for me be like an every trip thing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like it overall, even though you didn't love?
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
I thought that it was very in keeping with the Epcot aesthetic, and that did a great job. Thought that the other than the woman who spoke out into the nether, everybody did well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, a cocktail that I know you liked was what we got in Pandora and Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom. This was new to us.
Kids free podcast.
We have never gone to this little stand in Pandora, and I think I saw on like a YouTube video or something that we watched that somebody got something from there, like recommended something. I didn't even know it existed.
Right next to Satuli Canteen.
So I have a little quickie quiz for you.
Okay.
Do you remember the name of it? The name of the stand?
Like Pog some.
You're not bad.
That's what I'm going with.
Pongu Pongu Lounge.
Yeah.
We got a frozen cocktail. Do you remember the name of the drink?
Not at all.
It's the Rum Blossom. Besides rum, do you remember anything that was in it?
Passion fruit?
Nope.
No, you
don't remember anything?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a frozen cocktail, and it had rum was the liquor, and it was like a slushy apple and pear limeade, and it had boba balls.
Okay.
Delicious.
It was very good.
We got it when we were waiting. What were we waiting for?
We were waiting for our food. Canteen.
Yeah, we had ordered our food and we were waiting.
We waited a while.
We did wait a while. Yeah. But that made it a little easier.
It sure did.
So if you like, that's really like not our thing. We're really not into frozen cocktails. It was so hot that day.
Yeah.
But that was one of maybe my favorite cocktails that I've had in Disney World.
Yeah, that was super good.
Delicious. What do you remember the other thing that we did for the first time in Animal Kingdom?
Festival of the Lion King.
Yep. So tell the people, tell everybody what it's like, and tell everybody why I would say it's a little on the fence for Disney adults. Like I would not call it a must do for Disney adults.
Sure.
But if you've never gone, like explain why.
Yeah.
You'd be good to go.
So Festival of the Lion King is located in the Africa section of Animal Kingdom. It's kind of like toward the back of it, I guess you would say. And it's about a 20-25 minute live performance featuring dancers and acrobats and audio animatronics that are on the older side at this point, but still looking pretty dang good.
They're really cute
and
fun.
Say.
They're enormous.
Oh, yeah.
They roll them out on they're like parade float size.
Yep.
And they're of the different, a couple of different characters from the film.
And then just some like wild beings,
like one was an elephant and one was a giraffe.
Yeah. And essentially the building that you watch this show in, there's like not a bad seat because it's, I believe, 4 sections of tiered bleachers that you're sitting in, and there's kind of like 4 hosts, right?
Yeah,
that are sort of narrating the show.
Yeah, and they match to the section. So like you have your host who's like talking a lot of the time to your section and saying, do this, do that.
Yeah. And so you kind of like go through a very sort of fragmented version of the Lion King story, like as you're, being sung all the songs and whatnot, the big hits, and it's awesome. It's just
the acrobats were the most fun.
The acrobats are incredible.
I would call them tumbler monkeys.
Yeah. I was gonna say when you said like it toes the line, between like being kiddie and adult friendly.
Yeah.
Took me a while to get that out. The spectacle is worth it. I feel like it's sort of like almost like a Cirque du Soleil light. Like Cirque du Soleil,
definitely
very light.
Especially the tumble monkeys. Like they were very similar to what you would find in those sections.
Yeah,
of Cirque du
and
Soleil.
if that's a big miss if you don't end up seeing something like that. Those performers were crazy good.
Yeah, they were great.
Yep.
Yeah, like I had never done it before. You went when you were
as a sprout.
Yeah, you went when you were a kid.
Baby Michael.
And I'd never gone. And the reason we went is because we were in Animal Kingdom for like I don't even want to say a half a day. We were there for like a third of a day.
Yeah.
And it was so hot, and we didn't really want to wait online for, I think this is the first time we've gone to Animal Kingdom and not gone on Everest.
Mm-hmm. And
we didn't really want to like do a lot of walking around because it was so warm. And there's a lot to do at Animal Kingdom, but there's not a lot of rides.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, why don't we go to a show we've never been to? And that was the one that we picked. I really like seeing it for the first time. It does lean more toward being for kids.
Yeah.
So I would not necessarily say like, oh God, I'm dying to do that again, or we have to do that every trip or every other trip. But I'm really happy to have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
The performers were really good. The acrobats were excellent. There was like a fire dancer, and it was fun, and it feels like it's a little bit long, but it goes kind of quick, and it's inside.
Right.
So
yeah.
You get to get out of the sun.
Yep.
It wasn't like a big deal to wait, even though there were a lot of people, because it's such a big room.
It's a huge space. Yeah.
And it's like super fun. And then before you know it, it's like over. It's not like a slog where you're like, oh, like when is this going to end?
Right.
Yep.
I'm
really happy we got to do it, because sometimes I feel like I don't see, I don't think I've ever mentioned this on the podcast, but I'm afraid of animals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid of almost like all animals. All of our animal friends scare me. Big, small, domesticated, wild. So when we go to Animal Kingdom, I don't really go to like the zoo areas. Parts. I don't do, but you could not get me on the safari under any conditions. So we're limited on like what we can do. And I was really happy to experience something new that felt like I would do this again.
Yeah.
It's not like I disliked it.
We have a nice track record with Animal Kingdom when it comes to stuff like that, because we had never gone to the Feathered Friends and Flight Show before either.
Terrifying for me.
Terrifying.
But it was great.
Terrifying for you, but you did really well, and it was an excellent show.
Yeah, we sat in the back thinking like,
the birds can't catch me here.
We sat in the back thinking, the farther I am from what is very clearly the stage, which is where they're going to be doing the show,
all the birding,
the farther back I am, the better. I'll feel safer. And we did not realize we were right. I could have reached out and touched it practically. We were right near.
You were in the path of
these
a handler.
Like faux branches where the birds landed over and over and over.
To land. Right.
I was like, what are my nearest exits? But
yeah,
that was
great.
I mean, that was great too, of course.
I also want to see the Finding Nemo show.
Yeah, I saw that before they redid it, and it was lovely. It was really, really nice. They had these like, the puppets were like beautiful and flowy, and I hope that they kept a lot of that.
I hope so too. Anything's going to be better than Living Seas.
Than Living Seas? Oh, then the Nemo ride?
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Burn it down. I don't know why that exists.
Just get everyone off the ride first.
For God's sake. It's terrible. It's so bad. Okay. Next. We ate somewhere where you have always wanted to eat.
Have I?
Not in Animal Kingdom.
Where have I wanted to eat?
Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater.
Oh, yeah. I loved it.
So you can tell everybody why you liked it. But first, I just want to preface it by saying we have never gone there together, because I went when I was a teenager with my mom, and I remember liking it, but there were two things that kept me away from it all of these years, through all the years that I've gone since that trip with my mom, which was in like 2001 or something.
Yeah.
One is that I have a very difficult time eating if there's something scary in front of me or gross. And as much as I love horror movies, I really can't eat. I can't even eat if we're watching like a walkthrough of like a haunted house at Halloween or something. Like, so that was a turn off. The second thing is that I remembered when I went with my mom thinking that the seating was really tight, that like the seats were really, you felt like crammed. And I hate that.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't stand feeling like claustrophobic like that. but you really wanted to go, and we needed to make a restaurant reservation for that day, so we went.
Yup.
And what was it like? It's adorable.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's like when you walk in, I think that like vestibule waiting space is supposed to be like like you're outside of a studio, like a film studio, I think. Mm-hmm. And when they collect you, you come and you like walk down the aisle, and then when you go into the actual like restaurant, it's styled to look like a drive-in theater. It looks like it's the middle of the night, the stars are out. There's a big screen like on one side of the restaurant that's showing. They didn't show any movies. It was all
clips of movies.
It was clips and industrials and old commercials.
What's
I
an
think
industrial?
Like how to unclog your sink in 5 easy steps.
Oh, like commercials.
Well, it's not really a commercial.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know the movie.
A commercial
lingo.
would be like, oh, dog biscuits for your dog.
But interesting, same voice, so the same
right,
voiceover.
Right, he gets a lot of work. That guy.
You and your movie knowledge. I don't know. I'm not in the biz like you are.
Anyway, I just thought it was great. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. You could put a 4-hour compilation of just stupid black and white clips from the 50s, and I would be so happy. I love watching that stuff. So I was just in heaven sitting there and watching the many, many, many clips that they chose, which I'm sure if you work there, by the third hour of your first shift, you've memorized it all.
Yeah, because it's a loop.
Because it looped while we were there.
Yeah, so it's not like a long loop. But they also have my favorite thing that they used to play at our drive-in, our real drive-in. I didn't know until I was older that like a lot of people in the United States didn't grow up going to the drive-in, because we had 2 here forever, and then they closed around COVID, and they're actually reopening. So like, it never occurred to me that there are some people who didn't experience a drive-in. But at my drive-in that I went to my whole life, and at the Sci-Fi drive-in theater, they played those like vintage drive-in specific or movie specific cartoons where it's like bumpers. And it'll be like let's go to the lobby, or let's go to the snack stand or whatever. That I could watch that like for the whole time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, the food was good. I got like a burger.
I love my food.
You liked yours?
I loved it.
What'd you get?
I got a burger and fries, but sometimes Disney knocks it out of the park when it comes to like the chutney or the sauce, and I think it was like a bacon jelly. Like
you had a bacon tomato jam, I think, or a bacon jam.
That is right up my alley.
Yeah, I liked mine. I remember I like ordered a burger and fries because I felt like this is what you order here. And it was like too much. It was like too much
salty.
for me.
It
was big. It was salty. Yeah, the girl in front of me, because that was the other thing, is we're in I don't think we said this. The tables look like cars.
Right.
So
like
and
old
they're
classic cars.
And they're tight. Like
yes.
You're
seating is not
in.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you walk in, if you're just a walk-in, you can sit at one of the picnic tables at the back, which actually are probably more comfortable to sit at than the cars, but it's cute sitting in the car. But you might be sharing it. So like we were in a car that had 3 rows of seats, and it's 2 people to a row. So we were in the back, but right in front of us was a couple, and in front of them was their kids. So that we were sitting with a family, basically. You're not facing each other. We were facing the backs of their heads, but it was like, you kind of felt like you couldn't even really talk because like they can hear you.
And they were like well behaved, but like if it was
the kids or the adults,
both. But if it was like if it's like a rowdy family, that wouldn't have been a very fun experience.
Yeah, go to Sci-Fi for the novelty experience. Do not go thinking it's going to be like a super wonderful dining experience. It's for you're going for the novelty of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was happy to have done it. And I wonder like if we'll go again. I mean, you really liked it. Again. So I would go would you go as a walk-in and sit toward the back instead of sitting in the car? Is the car we're going fun. Guys, and we're sitting in the car.
Yeah.
That would be a good thing to do with everybody in September, because I think the baby would like it, unless he would be scared.
Yeah.
River.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll have to see.
Okay. Next. So this is something that I think we really haven't visited Oga's the same way that we visited this time before. Maybe once. I don't even think once. We love Oga's. We've gone from when it was pretty new. It was hard to get in. I remember like having like such a difficult time that first time getting a reservation. And I was asking our friend Kara, she didn't live there at the time. She was traveling like us frequently like us. And I remember saying to her, like, what is the trick? Like, how do I get a reservation for this place?
Yeah.
Turns out that the trick was, and it's probably like this with a lot of new places, to book on the day because people are canceling.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first 2 or 3 times we went to Oga's, it was still like very, very difficult to get a reservation for. And that's how I got a reservation every time. But we've gone there so many times and the menu hasn't changed. Like the drinks are pretty much the same, except my beloved Outer Rim cocktail no longer has the black salt on the rim, which...
So now you just can't call it anything.
Yeah, they still call it the Outer Rim. They served it to me without the black salt, and I thought they just left it off, and then I looked at the menu, and it doesn't have it anymore. We have an Outer Rim sticker that has the salt on
it. It's vintage now.
Yeah, it's a retro sticker.
Yep. I actually have a bit of a, this is just like kind of an aside. I have a bit of a hot take on Oga's.
Okay.
Specifically in Walt Disney World. Each time that we go, I like it less and less and less.
I think it's the seating style that ruins it for you.
I'm over it. It's like you gotta go if you love Star Wars. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, it's a really cool place to see at least a couple of times. But I'm like you're probably alluding to. I'm not a fan of the seating setup. It's very like we had talked about last week with Beacon Barrel. It's similar to that, if not worse.
Yeah. The shared. You're always like shared.
It's really cramped. It's so cramped, and I don't know. It's not the same.
I love it. I still love it. I have loved it from the first time we went there. The seating situation doesn't bother me as much as it bothers you, but I really love the drinks. But that's kind of like why we did what we did on this last trip. We went and we literally went in, had a drink and left. We didn't like chill. Like Well, you
can't.
No, you can though. Like, I mean, you can be in there for 45 minutes. You can drink your drink slowly. You can order a second drink. You can order a soda. You can like walk around or just like enjoy it or whatever. But we went in as though it was like our neighbor. I mean, we don't do this at home, but like as if it was like a neighborhood bar when you're like, I just want to get a quick drink and leave. That's kind of what we did. We were like, we have the reservation. It's hot. I love that cocktail.
You also told me to try to not make friends with the people that were standing at the shared table with us. And I didn't listen, and I should have because they were mean.
You know, we both did this to each other in this trip. We're both friendly, and people like to talk to us. We've noticed on our trips, I don't know if we just have like kind faces or something, but like people a lot of the time try to like talk to us. And sometimes, especially if we can tell somebody that we're near online or whatever is like looking at us as though they want to start a conversation,
or we can very much tell that like they are confused about something that we have the
and
answer
we like
to.
Totally, I know. Every now and then, what one of us like is so not in the mood that we tell the other one like don't.
Yep.
Like don't engage.
Yep.
And I did that day because you wanted to chat with the people next to us, and I wanted to be in and out. I was like, I just want to be here, and you didn't listen, and you struck up a conversation and suggested something, and they wanted no part of it.
Yep.
And you were like, I should have listened to you.
Yep.
And the time, one of the times that you did that to me was on our trip in December. Did I talk about this on the last podcast? I'm sorry if I did, but on our last trip in December, we walked over from the beach club and we walked into the World Showcase through like that special path.
Yeah.
And we went to the shop that's like right there, the gateway.
International Gateway.
Yeah. And a guy was asking a cast member who worked there where they like if they sold gum. And Disney World, if you don't know, Disney World doesn't sell gum anywhere. You cannot buy gum. Can you buy gum at the gas station?
I don't know.
I remember asking you to check. I don't remember the answer. You can't buy gum like on Disney World property. I don't know if you can buy it at the Speedway, but besides that, there is no place anywhere on Disney World property at the resorts and the shops where you can buy gum. You can buy mints, but not gum. And the guy asked if they could buy gum, and the cast members actually didn't know that rule. And they were like asking each other, and they were like, try here, try here. And he seemed like a little like it was important
Flustered.
that he get gum.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I had stopped what I was doing and I was listening. And all I wanted to do was turn around to him and say, they don't sell gum on Disney World property. Because like I wanted to save the guy the trouble of looking in every store for the rest of his trip. And you were like, don't get involved. I was like, what? Like, I just want to tell him. And you were like, don't do it. Don't do it. And like we ended up walking out like next to them. And I was like, please. And you were like, nope, don't. You just did not. You didn't want anybody to have that conversation that day.
Yeah.
It was so funny. Yeah. Okay, next. So that was what we did at Oga's. First time we ever did that. We went in and out. We went and got a drink and then left. It was kind of like, it was like really, really snappy.
And received a passive aggressive attitude.
And did not make a friend. Okay. Possibly my very favorite thing that I've ever eaten in all of Disney World was what I got at Gideon's. We finally got into Gideon's. We've been there several times, but we haven't been there in a handful of trips because it's always been like either too long a line for us or we get there so late that it's like past the time when they're letting people online. We finally were able to get in this trip. I was so excited. Do you remember that we were standing in behind very annoying influencers who like would just not stop the whole time?
Right.
Besides that, you know, Gideon's is usually cookies. Like that's usually what you go there for. But this time I got a cake slice because cake is my hands down favorite dessert on the planet. Like any cake, really. Just cake. I take cake over everything. And I got a Fluffer Nutter cake slice. And it was just the greatest thing I've ever eaten. It tasted exactly like a Fluffer Nutter. It was so good. And if you've never bought or even seen the cake slices at Gideon's, they're enormous.
Oh, yeah.
Like I ate that cake slice for like 4 mornings in a row with my coffee.
Yeah.
And then we threw half of it out like when we were
yeah.
leaving.
Yeah.
They're so big. If you like cake, get a cake slice from Gideon's. I think that's the second one I've ever gotten, and the other one was good too.
Mm-hmm.
The cake was a little crumbly.
Really? Like dry?
No, not dry, just crumbly. I don't know if it was that flavor. I don't know if it's how I maybe from putting it in the fridge. I noticed that, but besides that, it was just so good. What did you get? A cookie?
Just a cookie, the regular chocolate chip cookie. That's my like go-to at Gideon's, and it never fails.
You started to say something. I'm so something.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. And was it good?
Oh yeah,
good.
Always.
They're always good.
Yeah.
Okay. The last new thing we did before we get into our 2 mini reviews is we pixie dusted. So I never knew about this. I own a sticker shop, magicalstickershop.com. I cannot believe I didn't know about this. One of our last trips, we were standing online and the guy in front of us, I don't remember, something happened and the guy said something to me about like where we were going. We were at the Polynesian.
Yeah.
I think he just said like the line moves fast because we couldn't get a seat at the bar area, whatever it was. And he was holding a sticker, like a little regular sticker that you would get in grade school, like with Mickey on it. And I said, I said something about it. I said, are you holding a sticker? And he said, yeah, it's for pixie dusting. And I asked him what it was. And he said, oh, it's, you bring stickers and you give them to the different cast members and employees at the Disney parks. And it's just like a little thing that people do. And sometimes the cast members give you one back. And I don't know, like maybe sometimes it helps you get better service, but it's just like a cute thing that people do. And a lot of people do it. And I had never known about it. So this time I brought some of our stickers because I wanted to pixie dust. So I didn't promote the shop. They didn't have like the name of the shop. You're not allowed to do that in Disney World. I can't like market my stuff in Disney World. But I just had some spare stickers, and I just wanted to kind of see what it was like. So we did it on our last day with varying degrees of success.
Sample pool of people.
But what's funny is that day that I met that guy online and he told me about it, he gave me one of his stickers. And I ended up putting it in like I had like a pocket in the chest of my shirt that day. And when we were leaving the park, one of the security guards said to me, "Do you have a sticker?" Because he could see it like through the shirt. And I said, "Do you want it?" And he said, "Yeah, I want it." He was so nice. Do you remember that guy? He was so friendly.
Kind of.
So I brought a few stickers. I gave one to a cast member on Main Street when we were being redirected because of the fireworks. She was so sweet. She ended up giving me one back.
Yeah. Then you made the mistake of talking to a person that worked at the monorail station who has never been spoken to, not even by his own mother. I
guess you just can't know who. Right. But I had my monorail stickers. So I have they're like half a foot long. They're great looking stickers. And I thought like, well, the guy who's working at the monorail station like probably will think a monorail sticker is cool. Yeah. So there were a bunch of people, but there was this one guy by himself and I saw him like be friendly to somebody. So I thought he's friendly.
Yeah.
So I held up the sticker and I said, "Would you like a sticker?" And I think I said, "Would you like a sticker? Would you like a Pixie Dust sticker?" And he like didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
and
he broke
like
his brain.
Yeah. He like hesitated for a second and then looked kind of confused and then looked like he wanted like to
evaporate.
And then he was like, "Okay." And then he was like, "Thanks." So we spent like the walk to the car saying like, do you think he like thought it was stupid or do you think he was like happy that somebody went out of their way to be nice to him? But this was our very last night. We were leaving Magic Kingdom and I had one more sticker and I was like, if we see anybody in the parking lot, who's a cast member. And we were crossing and there was this guy at the crosswalk who worked there.
Yep.
Who was directing people to cross around the trams.
But he was in good mood mode.
He was in such a good mood. He was like chatting with people and he was like singing and like he was so fun.
Yeah.
And I said to him like, "Would you like a sticker?" And he was like, "Would I like a sticker?" And then he saw it and because it's cool looking, he was like, "Oh my God." He was so nice.
It was awesome.
So I fell in love with Pixie Dusting. So I'm going to start selling Pixie Dusting stickers. I'm going to sell like bulk stickers that are lower quality so you can buy a bunch and take them with you on vacation. So keep an eye out for that if anybody out there is in the market for stickers. But I'm also going to do it. I want to do it. It's so fun to make the cast members happy.
Oh, yeah.
So that was the last new thing that we did. Except for the new test track. But we didn't love it. So... Let's quickly talk about Zootopia, Better Zoogether. We had been on it once before. We didn't like it. Not on it, to it. We went back this time to give it a second chance and like really pay attention because as we mentioned earlier, I was distracted. There was like something
going on
There was something happening with our apartment and I was trying to figure it out like in the film.
Well, you're right.
So what did you think watching it again?
Exactly the same as the first time. I mean, it didn't really have much of a change in its impact for me. Your turn.
Well, the first time I thought it was very not creative and very boring. And this time I paid closer attention and I thought it was cuter and more fun than I had remembered, but I still don't really like it. I don't think it's a great attraction. It's
very like there's a story, but man, they shoved it in. It's a very mild narrative. It's kind of just like an excuse to be able to see stuff from Zootopia.
Yeah, and like to use the 3D effects.
Right.
Yeah, I could take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I liked it, moderately more than I did the first time, but I still would not say that like I really liked it.
We miss you, Flick.
Test track, the new test track. Before you tell us what you think, did you ever go on the like original test track when it was a crash test dummies?
Nope.
Okay, so Well, I'll start with what I think. I've been on every iteration of Test Track. I remember, I believe the first one was when you were like basically a crash test on me and they were doing like crash test experiments with the car. That was fun. It was like a little intense. It was fun. It like jerked you around. It was it was a fun concept. I feel like through the years with every update, it gets watered down a little bit more. I think maybe people don't like the intensity of what that kind of a ride was in the beginning.
Sure.
I find it to be, other than the part where you're going fast, I find it to have become less and less fun of an experience.
Mm-hmm.
And this time, for as pretty as it is, it's nice looking. It's really nice looking now. It's like kind of about how like new modern technology and driving like also integrates like the natural world and like it's more eco-conscious.
Yep.
It's pretty. It's not fun. It's like not exciting in any way. It's just it's kind of like a casual drive.
Yeah. They I don't know how many in the show building intense moments they either altered or took out completely. I think there were, for what I recall, there were 2 or 3 moments when you're still inside the building that were like, whoa, we're having some fun here. But it was like notably toned down from the version that I know that came before it, to the point where like I was even less excited when it was time to like go outside. Because like some of that buildup, I think, has been sort of stripped away now.
Totally. It was so mild to me that I actually said to you, does this still go outside?
Oh, yeah.
Do we still do the thing where it goes to whatever it goes to? Yeah, I don't need to go on it again. Like if there was a low line, like I might go, but I wouldn't. Like we bought Lightning Lane that day to use it for that ride.
Yeah.
And there's not that much Lightning Lane stuff to do there. So I wouldn't do that again. Like I'm happy we got on it because we didn't the last time when we wanted to, but like, yeah.
I got one more bucket list item for Epcot.
Okay.
And that's to do Mission Space Orange.
Oh no.
You're
not
don't
allowed.
have to.
I'm afraid it's gonna hurt your head. Those make me nervous.
Yeah.
For other people. I would never.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have to like check that box.
Okay. We'll see.
Well, you don't have to.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Check out DisneyForCouples.com. We have more content just like this. Go to magicalstickershop.com for sticker shopping, or go to Magical Sticker Store on Etsy. All the links for everything I just said are in the show notes. And thank you so much for listening. And remember to stay young at heart like Walt would want.
Bye.
Bye.